Nigerian author Wole Soyinka, who received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1986, holds the distinction of being the first African to attain this prestigious recognition. His strong engagement in political activism during and after Nigeria's struggles for independence significantly influences his literary works, including his inaugural major play, The Swamp Dwellers, which premiered in 1958. A concise drama capturing a single day in the life of an impoverished Nigerian family, The Swamp Dwellers delves into the misfortunes of the young protagonist, Iguizu. Critics often interpret Iguizu's downfall as a cautionary tale, symbolizing the nation's hopes for prosperity after achieving freedom from British colonial rule. Set in a modest hut elevated on stilts within the swamps of the Niger Delta, the one-act play features minimal furnishings, including a worn swivel chair and barber tools. Makuri and his wife Alu, both in their 60s, engage in a conversation about their twin sons, Iguizu and Awuchike. In the context of their Yoruban beliefs, twins are revered, their spiritual connection believed to extend beyond death, such that the passing of one twin might trigger the demise of the other. Although their son Awuchike left the village a decade ago to seek success in the city, he has never maintained contact with his parents. Alu now hints that Awuchike is dead, not in the physical sense, as she would never jeopardize her other son's life with careless words. Rather, she implies that Awuchike, by disconnecting from his family and cultural heritage, has spiritually withered away. Iguizu, the twin of Awuchike, departed for the city 8 months prior, yet he has remained true to his familial obligations, even fulfilling his promise to send the swivel chair. As the play commences, Iguizu has recently returned to the village and immediately sets out to inspect his fields. Due to recent severe flooding, the swampy terrain has become hazardous. Filled with concern for Iguizu's safety, Alu's anxiety about losing another son compels her to venture out in search of him. Her husband playfully chides her for her needless worry, attempting to distract her from her concerns. To lighten the mood, he engages in banter about infidelity, alluding to their unwavering trust and reminiscing about their passionate wedding night. Suddenly, a knock at the door interrupts their exchange, revealing a tall beggar dressed in white robes. Inviting the beggar inside, Makuri and Alu extend hospitality by washing and anointing his feet. The beggar, who hails from the northern Muslim region and is blind due to childhood fly sickness, shares a story of the devastating drought and subsequent crop-destroying locusts that afflicted his people. He seeks an opportunity to reclaim submerged land from the swamp to cultivate, outlining his innovative ideas to bring prosperity to the community. Unaware that the swamp is the dwelling place of the local deity, the swamp serpent, Makuri reacts with fervor, dismissing the beggar's request as blasphemous. Understanding and respecting Makuri's religious beliefs, the beggar gracefully accepts his refusal and expresses his intention to move on. Just then, the sound of drums fills the air. The drummer enters, bowing deferentially to a larger, lavishly attired man who follows. Accompanied by a servant fanning away flies, this distinguished figure is the Kidii, or serpent priest. Informed of Iguizu's return, the Kidii displays a keen interest in Iguizu's newfound wealth from the city. As the guardian of the serpent, he receives offerings from villagers to ensure protection from misfortune. Before leaving, the Kidii mentions his plan to return for a shave once Iguizu is home. Shortly thereafter, Iguizu himself enters the hut, his demeanor marked by despair. His hopes are dashed as he describes the sorry state of his flooded and irreparably damaged field, a far cry from the flourishing outcome he had anticipated. Uninformed about Iguizu's experiences in the city, his parents inquire about his time away. He reluctantly admits to his failure, hinting at the mistreatment he suffered from his twin brother, Awuchike, now a prosperous timber merchant. In the presence of the blind beggar, Iguizu's confessions prompt the beggar to offer solace and support, pledging to become Iguizu's bondsman and assist him in reviving the fertility of his fields. The beggar subtly casts doubt on the Kidii's authenticity, asking Iguizu if the Kidii is fat, indirectly suggesting that the Kidii's self-indulgence amid the villagers' struggles raises suspicions about his spiritual sincerity. Iguizu confirms the Kidii's corpulence. As the drums signal the Kidii's return, he inquires about Iguizu's success in the city. In response, Iguizu reveals his profound losses, recounting how he lost his savings, his status as a man, and even his wife to his affluent brother. He discloses that his brother provided a loan but demanded Iguizu's harvest as collateral. Now, with his crops ruined, Iguizu confronts the Kidai about the failure of the swamp serpent's promised protection, despite his sacrifices. Seated in the barber's chair, the Kidai faces Iguizu's rising anger. Holding a shaving blade to the Kidai's jowl, Iguizu demands, "Why are you so fat, Kidai?" His faith in the serpent's assurances shatters, and he declares that feeding the serpent of the swamp and bowing to the Kidai won't secure their well-being. This defiant outburst angers the Kidai, who responds with threats of retaliation. With a heavy heart, Makuri advises his son to depart from the village. The play concludes as Iguizu exits the hut, his destination uncertain. Regarding post-colonial societies, post-colonial scholar Arun Mukherjee notes the common assertion that national affiliations foster an untroubled sense of unity, and that hierarchies of caste and class are absent in these societies. It is often believed that after breaking free from colonial rule, these societies will reclaim an undivided national identity marked by harmony. However, Soyinka's play contradicts such hopeful notions. By depicting the exploitation of the vulnerable in both contemporary urban settings and traditional villages, the play cautions against uncritical obedience to authority, irrespective of its form. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.